So we learn how to divide a polynomial into monomial and polynomial into binomial. We solve these questions here. Let's remind you how can we solve or how can we divide a polynomial into binomial by solving this example here. Now, negative, let's first write this sign here, negative 4q squared minus 22q plus 12 over 2q plus 1. Now, what did we say? We say that we have to divide every term here on the first term into the dividend. So, where's the first term here? It's negative 4q squared. And on the first term on the dividend, which is 2q. So here you have to divide negative 4q squared into only 2q. Then we say that how to divide? This is negative 2 times 2. We write its factors times q times q over 2q. Then 2 cancel 2, q cancel q. So what did we have now? We have negative 2q. So then after that, when you want to multiply, so after we divide, we have now to multiply. When you want to multiply, you will multiply with the whole term. Okay? When you want to divide, you will divide on the first term only. When you want to multiply, you have to multiply with the whole term. Then negative 2q times 2q is negative 4q squared. Then negative, so here, let's repeat first. So after this step now, you have to multiply negative 2q by the whole term, which is 2q plus 1. What did I do? I divide 2q, negative 2q by 2q plus 1. Negative 2q times 2q, it's negative 4q squared. And negative 2q plus 1, it will be negative 2q. Let's write the answer now here. Negative 4q squared minus 2q. Then, and as we know before, in the dividend, when you want to divide, you have to subtract. Since you subtract, that means you have to change the sign of each term. So subtract, it's like have a power, it will change the sign of each term. Then you have to add. After we change the sign, you have to add. Negative 4q squared, cancel positive 4q squared. And then negative 22q plus 2q, that's mean you have to look
negative
at 22 plus 2, it's negative 20q. That's when you want to add, you add the constant and you keep the variable as it is. So negative 20q. Then the second step, you have to divide now negative 20q into the first term, which is 2q. Negative 20q into 2q. Let's divide them. It will, what did we have now after we divide? We have negative 20 over 2, which is negative 10 minus negative 10. Then divide on the first term, but when you want to multiply, you multiply with the whole term. So let's now multiply negative 10 by 2q plus 1. which is negative 20q plus, or sorry, minus 10. Then after that, you will write this one here, negative 20q minus 10. You will write it now. Then you will put the magic negative sign. This magic negative sign, it will change the sign of each term. Then cancel it, 0 plus 10. Then this plus 10. Here, as you see, what did we have up? Is there anything left?
Yes, there is a 12.
Yes,
12 just
12. You have to keep it down here. So you have 32. Now, can I divide 32 into 2q?
No, miss.
No, because the degree of the constant here is 0. It is less than the degree of the variable, which is 1. Like when you're dividing your numerical fractions. When dividing numerical fractions, if the number is less than the dividend, you cannot divide. Here also, if the degree is of the number is less than, or the degree of this 32, it's less than the degree of the variable, we also stop. We cannot divide. So we finished now. Okay. Now, how can we write the answer? As you see here in this formula. Quotient plus remainder over divisor. Now, where's the quotient here? It's negative.
Negative 2q
Minus 10. This is the quotient. Plus, where's the remainder?
32.
32. Over, where's the divisor?
2q plus 1.
2q plus 1. Bravo. This is now a way how we write the answer. Negative 2q minus 10 plus the remainder, which is 32, over the divisor, which is 2q plus 1. Is it clear?
Yes, miss,
Yes,
it's clear.
teacher, I have a question. Just a minute.
Yes, Basma.
Are these signs, the magic sign, like the minus, how can I know if I have to put this minus or plus?
Every time you have to put minus, the first step, and this minus, change the sign of each term. When it's changed the sign, make it plus.
And you have to put first minus, then change the sign, then turn it plus.
Bravo. Yes, that's it.
Thank you, teacher.
Yeah, welcome. Now, sometimes here, the dividend has a missing term. Like what? Now, all of us know that if I say that we have a polynomial from 4th degree, that's mean we have like this. X to the power 4 plus x to the power 3 plus x squared plus x to the power 1 plus constant. So if we have a polynomial from 4th degree, that's mean I have x to the power 4 plus x cubic plus x squared plus x plus c. This is the standard form of the polynomial from the 4th degree. And if we had a standard form of a polynomial from the 5th degree, that's mean I have here x to the power 5. Now, sometimes this dividend didn't contain all of these terms. Sometimes it contains only like this. X to the power 4 plus x cubic plus x plus c. There's a missing term, which is x squared. Is it right?
Yes.
No.
Look here. Now, the standard form says that we have x to the power 4 plus x cubic plus x squared plus x plus c. This is the standard form. And we can write them as a constant like a, x to the power plus b, c, d, and e. If you have now this example here, 3x to the power 4 plus 2x cubic plus 2x squared minus 2x plus 8. Is there anything missing here? Or are there anything missing?
No. No, miss.
No, nothing missing. Bravo. How did I know? Look at each term here. All of them are written. So, nothing missing here. Right. If you have now another example. Like this one here. Is there anything missing now?
Yes.
Which one?
X squared.
Yes, x squared. Bravo. X squared is not written because as you see here, let's replace this one here now. It's written, it's written, it's written, and it's written, but x squared is not written. So yes, we say that there's a missing term. Now come back. Sometimes when you want to divide, you have to check that all of the terms on standard form are written or no. It's not written, you have to add it with a coefficient of 0. What does it mean? Let's see this one here. In this example, you have a rectangle. Its area is 18z cubic minus 8z plus 2. And for this one here, you have the width. You want to find the length. All of us know that the area of the rectangle is the length times the width. So if the area is 20 and the length is 2, you want to find the width. What you have to do? You have to divide by the area by the length to find the width. The area by the length to find the width. If you have the width, like this example here, they give you the width, you have the area, you want to find the length. What you have to do? You have to divide the area by the width. This is what did we do here? So you have to divide the area by the width. Then the second step, before I divide, you have to check if we have the whole term, the standard form of or no. Now, what is the highest degree here? 3. Since we have a polynomial with third degree, so I must have x cubic or x squared or x to c. Is a cubic x cubic or z cubic is written? Yes. Type z squared. Is it
No.
written? No, it's missing. So you have to add 0 z squared. I didn't make any change, but it will be right here, or it will be written, sorry, to make them has the whole, to have the whole terms in the standard form. So you have to write the missing thing, which is 0 z squared. After you make this step, let's now divide. 8z cubic into 3z. The dividend, the first dividend on the first term on the divisor. which is 8z cubic now into 3z. So 18z cubic into 3z. Only the first term when you want to divide the first term on the divisor. Then let's say here we have 18, which is 3 times 6 times z times z times z. Since we have 3z over 3z, it's cancelled now. So what did we have now? 6z squared. So let's write it here as 6z squared. Now, let's want to multiply now. Multiply by the whole term. That's me. Multiply 6z squared by the whole divisor, which is 3z minus 1. Then it will be 6 times 3, 18 z cubic minus 6z squared times 1, it will be 6z squared. Now, let's write the answer here. 18z cubic minus 6z squared. Then after that,
Change the sign.
yes. Now, okay. Now, here we have first put minus. This minus, when it comes, this is so minus. Change the sign now. So this is minus, and this is a plus. When it's changed the sign now, make it a plus. Then 18z cubic minus 18z cubic will cancel each other. Then 0z squared plus 6z squared, you have them as 6z squared. That's why here, as you see, it's very important to write the 0 term. So we have it now as 6z squared. Then let's divide 6z squared into the first term. Which is 3. Now write the factors of it, which is 3 times 2 times z over 3z. We have 2z.
Z left.
So write it as plus 2z. Then this 2z here, you have to multiply it by the whole divisor. So negative. Now positive 2z times 3z minus 1. Let's multiply now the first term by each term here. So we have 6z squared minus 2z. Right, 6z squared minus 2z. Then minus sign. This minus, it will change the sign of each term. So this positive come negative, and the negative come positive. Then it come as a plus. Then after that, z, or 6z squared minus 6z squared is what?
0.
0.
Yes, 0.
Now
0.
only 2z. This is what do we have after we adding these two terms. Then let's continue. Now come back to the dividend here. We solved this one, and what did we have left? Negative 8z.
Negative 8z.
Negative now added here. Then 2z minus negative 8z, it will be negative 6z. I mean that you have to keep it, to write it down. Yani imagine that after you finish this steps here, okay, you have 2z left. So since you have to write negative 8z down. So 2z minus minus 8z, we have 6z. This 6z you have to divide it into 3z. So 6z into 3z, we have it as 2. So plus 2. Divide 6z into 3z. Is it right?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Just 30 minutes.
Yes.
Then after that here, so the final answer is 2. Then you have to multiply now 2 by the 3z minus 1. We'll multiply 2 by 3z minus 1. What did you have?
Teacher, we have 0 coefficient. I mean constant. It's constant, so it will be remainder.
Multiply 2 times 3z minus 1, which is 6z minus 2. So we have here as, so after we wrote this one here, we have 6z minus 2. Then we subtract them. So let's repeat here. Lahon, we said before that we have negative 6z. Negative 6z. Now 2 times 3z minus 1 will be 6z minus 2. Subtract, it will change the sign of each term. So what did we have now? We have plus 2. Then add the second plus 2 here. We have plus 4 as the remainder. Now you have to write the answer. What you have to do? You will write the 6z squared plus 2z plus 2, which is the quotient. This quotient now plus the remainder, which is 4 over the divisor 3z minus 1. How did you find it? Is it clear or something hard?
It's actually
It's very hard.
It's very
hard.
difficult.
So complicated.
It's confusing us.
Yeah, I'm confused now.
Did you solve some practice? Let's solve this example here now. Let's solve B. In B here, what did we have? We have h cubic. Oh, before that. We have h cubic minus 4h plus 12. You want to divide it into h plus 3. Now, when you want to divide, the first step, look at each term. Is there anything missing?
Yes, miss. It's f squared.
H squared.
H
Bravo.
squared.
You have to add h squared with 0 coefficients. That means you doesn't make any change, but later on you will need it. Then let's divide here. The first term on the dividend, on the first term onto the divisor. So h cubic into h, which we have h times h times h over h, which is h squared. Okay? Then you want to multiply. when you want to multiply or you want to come back, you have to multiply the h squared by h plus 3, which is the answer by the whole divisor. So when you want to multiply, you get h cubic plus 3 h squared. H cubic plus 3 h squared. Write the answer now here. Then, so multiply h squared by h plus 3, you will get this answer. This is minus. This minus sign, it will change the sign of each term inside. So, h cubic minus h cubic, it is 0. And negative 0 plus 3, it will be 3 h squared. So what did we have now? We have 3 h squared. Then 3 h squared divided into h. 3 h squared into h. We have 3 times h over h.
It's teacher 3h.
So it will be 3h. Now this 3h
3h.
multiplied by h plus 3. As I will repeat, divide by the first term, multiply by the whole term. So now multiply 3h by h plus 3. So which is 3h squared plus 9h. Let's write it here now. Then what do you have to do in the next step? You have to subtract. So subtract, that means change the sign here and the sign here. So it is 0, or cancel it, minus 9h. Then this negative 9h, write it down, then add 4h. What did you have now? After you add it?
Negative 9 plus 4h.
5h. Okay?
Okay.
Hey, negative 9 plus 4 is negative 5h. Then,
Shouldn't it be h to the power 2?
no, this
H
is 1
squared.
plus.
Oh, okay.
So negative 5h now divided by h, which we have h cancel h, so it will be negative 5. Negative 5h. Divided by h, we have only negative 5. So this is negative 5. Then multiply negative 5 by the whole term, which is negative 5h minus 15. So we have negative 5h minus 15. Cancel each other. It will be plus now. So here we have minus, change the sign. So we have as positive 15. Then add the 12. 15 plus 12, which is 27. 27 is less than h, we have to stop. Now, how did we write the answer? It is like h squared plus 3h minus 5 plus 27 over h plus 3. Now, please, I want you to solve 3a, and tomorrow I will solve it here. You will to check your answer.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, miss.
Thank you so much. Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, miss. Okay, teacher.